Hey Vanessa, how you doing today?
Hi, good. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. It's a Wednesday or Tuesday. It's not one of those days.
One of those days.
So thank you for taking the time with me to discuss the show, The Chosen. Thank you.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
Oh yeah. So first things first, I know a lot of my readers would like to know. Can you give us a description of your character, Mother Mary?
Well, Mother Mary is the mother of Jesus. She, I like to call her the OG disciple. Um, I think most of this story, you could say that this story started with her. She's the first one to kind of hop on board and say yes to the story and like commit to this lifelong journey of hers, and probably has one of the hardest jobs, if not, I mean, right after Jesus, of course, but because she is she has dedicated her life, and not only her life, but the life of her child, and her motherhood to this ministry and to this wonderful journey. And she faces some very, very tough moments, and the toughest one of them all is coming up next season, because she has to give up her son. And she does this with grace and faith and love, and she's a remarkable human. She was
Oh
a remarkable
yeah.
human.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. She's strong and very willed for her child, but not only for her son, but for the other disciples as well, as she
Yes,
is their mother.
yes, yes. I feel like they can. I feel like that's one of the things that also this show does so well. She's not only shown as, like I say, a mother, but or just a mother to Jesus, but like almost like a parental figure to the other disciples, and they can even serving almost as a mentor to the women in the group. And
Mhm.
because she's lived with this, and because she's walked so far within this story, she has some valuable experience and some valuable knowledge, and that she can impart. And I think it's beautiful to see a woman in that position, especially in those days.
Yes, yes, big time. And I also have to ask, like you were describing, like how it is tough, but was there challenges that you had personally while filming either this season or the past seasons?
Uh, well, I'm a mother as well, and so my kids are fairly young, and the challenge is always trying to balance that, that personal life and the work life, especially when you're shooting a show that has night shoots, that go on for sometimes weeks. And so it's it's hard to just leave your children, which I actually haven't done until this year. I hadn't done until this year. I usually bring them with me on location. It starts getting harder as my children have grown up. My oldest, she was 10 months old when the show started, is now in second grade. So I can't just like grab her out of school and take her out of school. At least that's not what we want to do. And so it's been tricky uh, trying to find a way to balance those two things, and dedicating, because mom is their mom every day of every other day of the year that we're not shooting. Mom is at home and they can have 100%, 24/7 access to her, and all of a sudden she leaves and it's like, what happened? And so we try to lessen the impact, but that I think is the most challenging. Other than that, being on set for me is just wonderful and a gift.
That's great to hear. That's great to, and you mentioned yourself as a mother, as a parent. Do you feel those aspects made Mother Mary more motherly? Like, like that's a mother, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I think, I mean, even from the very, very first script that I read, there was something that punched me in the gut. I mean, thinking I'm getting goosebumps right now. Just thinking of myself losing my child for 20 minutes just drove me up the wall. I can't even think.
Mhm.
3 days not being able to find her because I have two daughters, but like not being able to find either of them for a whole day or 3 days. That was the very first scene I shot in The Chosen. Um, it really was just something that I had in my system that I mean the reaction was just so visceral to that story. I knew what the stakes were. I just knew what this woman was going through.
Yes, it's a very powerful when you look at it as a parent. That's a parent because you're like,
Yeah.
that's my child, like
Yeah.
what's going on, and you're just like you want to be there, you want to shelter and protect, but it's
And
unmanageable.
our show has such great writing that even because you might say, well, women identify with this role, but I've had men writing messages to me saying I felt like the that scene in season 2, episode 3, where she's by the campfire telling them how she doesn't think that Jesus needs her anymore, and then finally, at the end of that episode, she realizes she is needed, right?
Mhm.
And even parents, even fathers, writing to me saying, I felt that I just dropped off my child that in college, and I feel like he doesn't need me anymore. And so it's like, wow, where could you say that um, men or fathers were going to find Mary as seeing themselves in her.
Mhm.
So it's been so beautiful. I think the writing really is universal when it comes to her as a parent.
That's great to hear, and I'm glad not only mother but fathers feel that because it's a child's,
Mhm.
it's the children.
Yes.
I'm really excited on September 28th. Season 5 is going to be on the Chosen app. Will you be going back to watch that season yourself?
Oh, for sure. Yes, because I haven't seen it in a long time, and I enjoy watching it as a fan of the show too. But it's also fun. I love to switch the languages and hear myself in different languages, or hear, I don't know, Liz and Amber and Paras and like speaking Spanish. I get a kick out of that.
That's cool. That's different languages. That's different, That's very different.
Hey, listen, our season 5 is going to be translated into 50 languages. That is that is remarkable.
Wow. Wow, the word spreads. It
Yes.
spreads to every language. I'm glad to hear that. Especially on the app where maybe people will be able to watch more because it's more in depth.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And not only the seasons, but you have all kinds of extras. You have behind the scenes, you have documentaries, you have I think there's roundtables also with the religious roundtables with
Oh.
have you seen them? Those are so interesting. They've been doing that since season 1, I believe, but they're all in the app. And if you want to dive deeper into the chosen world, I think that's the place.
Well, that's great to hear. A lot of back behind the scenes and more extra content. Oh, I'm gonna be
Yes,
checking that out.
yes, 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 yes.
And lastly, where can our viewers find you on social media so we can keep in touch on what's next for you and the show?
My goodness, I just realized I don't remember what my handle is on Instagram. I think it's V_Benavente, which is my last name. But yeah, VEE_Benavente. I'm usually on Instagram. Don't do much of any other of the socials. It's still a lot for me, especially with two young kids.
Yes, it can be. It can be. We'll make sure to put that
Thank
on
you.
below and we'll be sure to tag you as well for the interview.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you, Vic.
No problem. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. I'm a very huge fan of the show and it was powerful.
Oh, I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear you like it. Thank you. Thank you for helping us spread the word.
Oh, no worries. No, thank you again, Vanessa.